Nick with Safety Reloaded here. I want to take a couple minutes to go over the Omnivore Holster from Blackhawk. This is a system that says it's going to fit 150 different types of semi-automatic handguns. Now, I don't know if that's going to fit all of the ones I have, but we're going to take a look at it. So when you open up the box, you're going to find the obvious things, your warranty card, your how-to, things like that. You're also going to find two different belt attachments. The paddle style, which I have right now, or the belt loop style, which a lot of people enjoy. These both have the adjustments for different cants. I've got mine set up in a 15-degree cant right now, which is what I prefer. You'll also have different height adjustments for the retention release. I've got the medium on there. There's the option to have no height adjustments or also the large as well. And you'll find two of these, which are the actual pieces that attach to the Picatinny rails. This is the point that goes inside the holster and causes it to be retained by the system. Let's take a look how the system works now. I've got a firearm that's been cleared. There's nothing in the chamber, no magazine. Put the slide forward and the hammer is down. You'll see that I've got the Picatinny rail attachment already on. Now that is the point that actually locks up inside this holster. So let's go ahead and take a look. Just take the firearm, slide it in there. You'll hear a click, and now it's in. It's in there fairly well. There's no wiggle room in there. It's got retention. So in order to release it, if you look on the back side here, you'll push in on this button, and that releases the tension and allows you to draw the firearm. So go in again, click, push in, and draw. Now the system says it fits 150 different handguns. I don't have all 150 it says it's going to fit, but I've got a few Glocks, Berettas, SIGs, HKs, Smith & Wessons, and such. So let's go ahead and take a few minutes, put it through its paces, and see what firearms fit comfortably and what doesn't. So we've gone through a few holsters now, and I found one that doesn't fit. My HK P30 SK, the design of it doesn't allow it to fully go into and engage the retention on the holster. Again, we have a firearm that has been cleared, no magazine, empty chamber, slide forward, hammer down. The reason is this wide trigger guard. This wide trigger guard followed by the magazine release here in the trigger guard is just too fat to go inside the holster. So if we take the holster here and we go inside of it, you'll see it just won't allow it to go far enough in. That's as far in as it's going to let me go, and I'm forcing it in there. So if I just pull it out, see there's no retention. It just doesn't allow us to go in there because of that fat trigger guard. So I've gone through about 15 different firearms from the different size P320s from SIG, a couple different Glocks, M&Ps, different Berettas. I'm just really surprised how well it fits most of these firearms. It does favor the full size more than the subcompacts, but even the compact Beretta PX4 Storm and the M&P 9C had really good retention on it. I was very surprised. But that's all fine and dandy. What happens when you pull something strange out like, oh, I don't know, something with a reflex on it? Let's take a look. So I've got the full-size P320 RX from Sig Sauer in there right now with that mini ruggedized reflex on there, and it's in there very well. It's locked up, it releases very nicely. It's a very solid system with that ruggedized reflex on there. As many of you know, it's difficult to find a good holster to fit a gun with an optic like that. So we're going to take a look and draw the firearm from the holster a few times, give it a real test. The firearm has been cleared, it is safe. Now the key here again is that rail attachment that's going to sink down in there and lock up the retention. That's the key to this whole system. So we'll go ahead and give it a few test draws, see how it feels, see how the retention is, see how it releases, see how it is to reholster it as well. The retention is really good, very comfortable. I mean, it's in there. It's good release, good fit, everything about it's nice. The only thing is it's not something I would consider concealed carry. It's there, it's bulky, you see it, it's all there for everybody. There's no confusing what this is. For me, this is going to be a competition holster, so that doesn't really matter for me. Overall, I think this is a win and a great addition to my competition setup. That versatility to allow for the same holster and multiple firearms, I think is really where this is going to excel for me. The next steps, I guess, are going to be training with it and seeing what other firearms might fit in there. Again, this is Nick with Safety Reloaded. Keep training.